Reece James signs new Chelsea contract. Some big news coming out of Chelsea this morning, as defender Reece James has signed a new 6-year deal with the club. The 22-year-old right-back has become one of the best fullbacks in world football in the past year, and many Chelsea supporters will admit that this news is better than any of the new signings' arrivals during the summer transfer window. Upon signing the contract, James was thrilled to extend his stay at SW6. "I am over the moon with my new contract, and I'm thankful for the fans, the new ownership and everyone involved in the club. I cannot wait to see what the future holds, and I am sure we will have the chance of winning many trophies. I grew up supporting this club and I've been here since I was a 6-year-old. I put pen to paper on a new deal because this is the club I want to be at. I'd like to say a special thanks to the fans. I am here to stay and we have a bright future ahead of us." Speaking on the news, club owner Todd Boehly said, "We are thrilled to give Reece a new long-term contract at Chelsea. He is an outstanding player and a true Chelsea man, and we are all looking forward to watching him continue to flourish at Stamford Bridge." Co-owners Behdad Eghbali and Jose Feliciano also spoke on the news, highlighting their happiness about the deal. "Reece is a very special footballer and one we love having at Chelsea under our ownership. His blend of physical and technical ability is a huge asset to our team now and for many years to come. James has made 128 appearances for the Blues since his senior debut in 2019, and with this 6-year deal, that number will rise considerably and deservedly so." Former Chelsea striker Diego Costa heading back to Premier League. Diego Costa is set for a medical with Wolves on Tuesday as he nears a return to the Premier League, according to reports. The 33-year-old former Chelsea striker is a free agent after spells with Atletico Madrid and Atletico Mineiro, meaning Bruno Laga's side are able to sign him outside of the summer transfer window, which closed on Thursday at 11 p.m. Costa scored 59 goals in 120 games at Stamford Bridge, helping Chelsea win 2 Premier League titles and the League Cup, and was named in the 2014-15 PFA Team of the Year. He also won 2 La Liga titles, the Copa del Rey and the Europa League, across his 2 spells with Atletico Madrid, but has been away from football since January following the termination of his contract with Brazilian side Atletico Mineiro. Sky Sports are reporting that if Costa passes his medical on Tuesday, it is more than likely that Wolves will offer him a contract as they look to add firepower to their attack following the ACL injury suffered by new striker Sasa Kalajdzic, who now faces a lengthy spell on the sidelines. Thomas Tuchel confirms Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang decision over Chelsea debut versus Dinamo Zagreb. Chelsea's Thomas Tuchel has confirmed that he will make a decision over whether to hand Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang his debut against Dinamo Zagreb in the UEFA Champions League. The 33-year-old arrived on transfer deadline day and was unavailable to face West Ham on Saturday, requiring a mask fitting for his jaw injury. Travelling to Milan, Aubameyang collected his mask and has trained with the Chelsea team ahead of Tuesday's Champions League clash. The Gabon international could be in line to make his Chelsea debut, and his first Champions League appearance since leaving Borussia Dortmund, where he worked with Tuchel. Speaking to the press ahead of Tuesday's clash, the Chelsea boss discussed the potential for Aubameyang's debut. "We had the opportunity to take everyone who was in training and available to Zagreb to do our last training. That included Dennis and Auba," he said about Chelsea's 2 new signings. "He had a test with his mask, felt fine, felt normal. If everything goes well today they will both be available." The German continued to joke about Aubameyang playing with a mask, being somewhat of a superhero for Chelsea, who need his goals. "Don't put any ideas into Auba's head, please. Any further ideas?" Tuchel continued. "I'm pretty sure he has his own ones. When he scores he can celebrate. First of all, he needs to score. He's very ambitious, very focused. He's hungry to play for us and prove a point. That's why he's here. That's what we felt from the first moment. He is happily invited to prove a point tomorrow. It remains to be seen as to whether Tuchel will throw his new signing into the lineup." The 33-year-old is match fit, having already completed a pre-season with Barcelona before joining Chelsea. Fabio Capello explains why Kalidou Koulibaly is struggling at Chelsea. Fabio Capello has attempted to explain why new centre-back Kalidou Koulibaly is struggling at Chelsea. Koulibaly joined Chelsea from Italian club Napoli in a £33 million deal this summer, and it appeared to be an excellent piece of business by Thomas Tuchel after he scored on his Stamford Bridge debut in the 2-2 draw against rivals Tottenham. but he put in a poor performance the following week in a 3-0 defeat to Leeds United, being shown a red card after picking up 2 bookings, and has faced criticism for his showings since returning from suspension. Italian Capello, though, who managed England as well as some of the biggest clubs in Italy, feels Koulibaly simply needs to adapt to the speed of the Premier League, having spent so long in the more slow-paced Serie A. "I would like to talk about the difficulties of Koulibaly at Chelsea," Capello told Sky Calcio Club. "In Naples, he was doing everything by himself. His problems now depend on the speed with which they play in England. It's the same pace used by Udinese to give Roma fits. It's something that must make us Italians reflect." Koulibaly played 317 times for Napoli over an 8-year spell, in which time he was named in the Serie A Team of the Season on 4 occasions and helped them win the Coppa Italia. He has also enjoyed success on the international stage, registering 62 caps for Senegal, who he lifted the Africa Cup of Nations with in 2021. It has been a summer of change for the Blues, who overhauled their defense, with Andreas Christensen, Antonio Rudiger and Marcos Alonso all departing the club. Koulibaly was one of the defenders to come in to replace them, along with Marc Cucurella, who arrived in a £60 million deal from Brighton, and Leicester City's Wesley Fofana, who Chelsea signed for £75 million. Thomas Tuchel confirms Kepa Arrizabalaga was for sale last summer. Thomas has talked about Kepa Arrizabalaga's future at Chelsea amid rumours he almost left the club this summer. Signing Kepa Arrizabalaga for £72 million is considered to be one of the worst signings in football history. The Spaniard never lived up to his potential, and he has eventually been replaced at Chelsea by Edouard Mendy. There were even reports this summer that the 27-year-old was close to joining Italian side Napoli. However, a move never transpired at Kepa ended up staying at Chelsea, remaining as Mendy's number 2. A lot of fans have been critical of Mendy this season though, and there have even been calls for Kepa to be given a chance in goal. Now, with the Senegalese keeper apparently injured, after his collision with Jared Bowen in the West Ham game, the Spaniard could have his chance to impress. Chelsea should beat Dinamo Zagreb regardless of who is in goal, but if the 27-year-old has a good performance, then Thomas Tuchel could be forced to give him a chance in the Premier League. Speaking after the West Ham United game, via Football London, Tuchel confirmed that Kepa is ready to play when called upon. He checked his options, in summer, which we were aware of. They were not satisfying for him or for us, so he stayed. I'm very happy about that. I was always very clear with him that I wanted him to stay. And from my point of view, he's absolutely ready to play. It's on us if we give him the chance or not, but he's 100% ready given how he behaves and how trains. Mateo Kovacic urged Chelsea to sign RB Leipzig's Josko Gvardiol. Mateo Kovacic has admitted that he tried to get Chelsea to sign his Croatian teammate.